big thanks to all our sponsors: Skips and Bins, telephone 0800 25 45 25 3, email inquiries at skipsandbins.com, website skipsandbins.com, easy contract free and pay-as-you-go waste collection. Thanks to Mr. Vicky's sauces, which are handmade in Cumbria. Their website is mrvickies.co.uk. If you want to contact the guys, email info@mrvickies.co.uk or telephone 01768 210 102. Big thanks to New Workwear. They are an agile and dedicated workwear provider launched in 2018. For more information, go to their website, newworkwear.com. Big thanks, as always, to Media Arts for the help with the video side of things. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button, become a subscriber today. Hit the thumb up under the video, which likes the video, and click share to share to your other social media. Click join if you want to become a member of the channel for as little as $1.99, or take a one-off payment for the cult membership. You can get in via this QR code if you've got a smartphone, or look for membership pack on the website, NUFCmatters.com. What do you get for your one-off £25 payment? You get a scarf, a pen, and a cup, and a membership card, and entry into the monthly draw. Don't forget, if you want a car sticker, all you need to do is subscribe to the show and then email John at NUFC Matters, and he will post you a free car sticker out. We're also available as a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast providers. And we also support the food bank on this channel. NUFCfansfoodbank.co.uk is the virtual matchday bucket where you can make a virtual donation 365 days of the year. The new Alan Shearer raffle is underway. 150 tickets at £1 a ticket. You could win a limited edition signed Alan Shearer ball from the 260 dinner. Enter now at nufcmatters.com. We've got a few events coming up. August the 5th sees Gavin Peacock at the Tyneside Irish Centre. Tickets are £10, and you can get them now from nufcmatters.com. Our Christmas event takes place on the 7th of December at the Tyneside Irish Centre, and that's an evening with Frank Clark. Tickets are £15 and available from nufcmatters.com. Finally, Waddle, Keegan, Beardsley and Friends, the class of 84, is on at the Tyne Theatre and Opera House on Westgate Road in Newcastle on Thursday, January the 23rd. Tickets are now available from the Tyne Theatre and Opera House.co.uk or telephone 0844 2491 000. That's the box office telephone number 0844 2491 000. Welcome along to Rockin' Rob's music and album review. How are you, Rob?
All good here at Gothic Towers. How are you?
Very good, mate. Very good. And we've got a fan's request this week.
That's right. It's our very own Dave Grohl. It's Colin McCormack, a good friend of mine, stays up here, up in Montrose. Good guy. He's asked me if I'll review this, so I've been listening to it. I've listened to it a few times. Three-piece American band called Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one. Didn't know what to expect when I first put it on. To be honest, knowing Colin's music taste, I was expecting it to be a bit harder, a bit heavier. So I was quite sort of surprised in a way. It was, to me, it's a bit more sort of indie-ish. So yeah, this album, the band formed 2001, like I say, an American band, three-piece band. The name comes from the Marlon Brando film, The Wild Ones. That's a wee bit of background on that. So you've got the opening song called Love Burns, a really nice intro, a wee bit piano, psychedelic background effects, and nice acoustic guitar, a little bit tambourine. Good opener. It's quite a mild song, but it's a decent opener for the album. You got Red Eyes and Tears. Again, it's an unusual intro. Again, it's bass guitar effects, sort of setting the scene in this one. I do like the sound that they have. So it's like a warm sound. It's a very open sound. The vocals on this, again, I can't help if I listen to something the first time, I can't help picking up on influences, and I think it's a good thing as well, because I think bands like Black Rebel Motorcycle Club are keeping the spirit and the music that they've obviously listened to growing up or had influences on. So to me, it's keeping all these bands alive. But the singer reminds me of Phil Morris from the goth band in Leeds called the Rose of Avalanche. Very, very similar vocals on this. I actually thought it was. Nice wee guitar on this as well. Decent song. And you've got Whatever Happened to Rock and Roll. Again, another sort of alternative influence song. This one reminds me of the White Stripes meet Sonic Youth. The drums on this is good as well. So the drums with this, all I can hear is John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. A very open, dynamic sound, very opening. It's good though. It's it's like, I don't know how to word it, but it's very open. It's like it was mic'd, not mic'd, but recorded in a church hall sort of sound. That sort of sound of it. But yeah, it was good though. Good mix on this song. Good tempo. It's a good driving song on a sunny day. It's one of those ones, I think. Then you've got Awake. Good bass intro. A lot of the basses are good on this. A lot of brushwork on the snare in this one. Quite a nice warm sound. Again, I'm gonna have to say it. But it was Tim Burgess from I think the Charlatans. Very familiar voice. So I mean, if this is the same singer, I mean, it's a three-piece band. So I don't know if they're taking turns on the vocals, but I do hear a difference. Really good distortion on the chorus. It's a good song. Oh, I like that one. You got White Palms. Again, good guitar intro, heavy bass. Again, very little drumming, very light drumming, but just enough. Good mix behind the bass. Nice little wah-wah effect, which I do like. I do like a wee bit. There's not enough of that music nowadays. Yeah, it's good. A nice sort of underlying guitar on this song. It's nice. Again, it's a nice song. Then you've got As Sure as the Sun. I guess last 7 minutes and 41 seconds. So yeah, I put it on. All I could hear was Come Together by the Beatles to a T, to the note. It was, I thought, right, okay. It's a bit dreamy, a trippy song. Again, the drumming of Led Zeppelin. Again, this has to 100% be taken as or a sample from When the Levee Breaks. 100%. There's no denying it. And I thought Ian Brown was on this one this time. I'm just being honest. I've got to be honest, and that's what I honestly. But like I say, it's good that they're keeping all these influences alive. They're keeping that American, and they're bringing in this. To me, that's more like a very British indie sounding American band. So that's different in itself. So Rifles, it's a good video to this one. So it's a bit of a story. It's a good video, so I'm not going to tell you what happens in it. So you just have to go and watch it. So it's bass drum intro. So typically British indie sound to this one. Oasis, Blur, that sort of feel to it. Not as heavy again as I thought it would have been. Got Too Real. This will make you laugh. Sonic Youth meets Jesus and Mary Chain with John Lennon on vocals.
Now that's a combination.
So it's a slow, dreamy song. Again, it happens. You can't help influences. It creeps out, and you don't realise it a lot of time. You're doing these things, and you listen back, and God, I do it myself. It happens. Spread Your Love. Good distortion on the bass. Listen to the intro to this and tell me that's not Spirit in the Sky. It's, well, the Fuzzbox version. 100% exactly. It's even got the wee delay on the guitar on it. So it's very obvious, very T-Rex influenced sounding song. Good song though. Quite liked it. You got Head Up High. It's a good clear intro, single guitar chords, mellow, good vocals, nice brushwork again on snare, which is nice sort of refreshing change because a lot of the drums are very open, solid, like I'm saying, dense sounding drums. So that was good. It's a good song. You've got the last song, Salvation. Obviously, this is a biblical song. Acoustic, tambourines, very indie sounding again. Obviously, it's a religious song. So that's my conclusion on it. It was good. I don't regret listening to it. I'm glad I've listened to them. They've got a good sound about them, and it's obvious they've got a massive following, and I can see why, because not everyone's 53-year-old. You get a lot of younger folk that this is all new to them, and all the influences I've not heard of, so they'll probably start, oh, who's that sound like, and that side of thing. But I thought it was going to be a heavier A lot of their music's being used in, say, Netflix programs and adverts and sort of like TV shows. So they're good, yeah. I mean, I've put some influences. I heard, obviously, you sort of quite like your indie stuff at Northside, Sonic Youth, Oasis, Dinosaur Jr., Jesus Mary Chain. The list goes on, Led Zeppelin. So I mean, that, you know, if you put all them in a bowl, mixed it up, and this is what you come out with. So it was good. It was a good album. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Glad I listened to it, and it was, yeah. If anyone else wants me to review an album for them, but total open mind. Like I say, I'd never heard it before. I've heard of the band, and that's what I've come up with. It's a good sound, though, a good mix. So good on them. And like I say, a 3-piece band. I'm not sure if they've changed. They've always been a 3-piece band, or if members have left and new members on board.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good one. Yeah.
What's happening with your band? Any updates? Still rehearsing?
Rehearsed last week, strictly behind closed doors now. Got one T-shirt left. We sold them all out, so we've got them on the print.
Brilliant.
And yeah, but it was good last week. We didn't get time. I think we had about 3 songs left to do, but we've got about 3 rehearsals left. But sounding solid now. You can tell up in the ante, sounding solid, like bang, bang, bang. And it's that thing we get in a room, try not to look at each other and smile with acknowledgement, saying that was good, nailed it. You know, you just know, you feel it. It's in there. So it's going to be a great gig, really is.
Okay, yeah, can you just give us a shout out for the Facebook page? Where can people find you?
It's Give Up the Ghost UK. That's on our Facebook page. You'll see it. There's us with a backdrop behind us. Yeah, it's looking good. So we'll try to get the numbers up, and then we were asking around yesterday, trying to get some more gigs booked in as well. So it's going to be great. It's going to be good. So
okay, well, we'll help you with the Irish Centre in the northeast. Once you've got your first gig out the way, we'll talk about that and try and get you down here for the NUFC Matters viewers. Just a quick one on next week. I asked you a while back to review NWA Straight Outta Compton, and I can see it behind you. So have you listened to it?
I've listened to it about 6 times. It's very addictive.
It is. It's honestly
very addictive.
And I don't know whether you've seen the film, but I was in the house last night and I stumbled upon it. They were reviewing it, so I watched the last hour again. It's a fantastic story, the NWA story. I mean, they were really the pioneers. But we'll talk more about it next week. But I'm glad you've listened to it. Look forward to your review next week, Rob.
Okay, mate. Like I say, I've got my head notes in. I'll do my pen to paper, and it'll be again an honest review. But I'm very surprised I liked it as much as I did.
Top man.
So, yeah.
Great stuff. All right. Have a great week. Speak to you next week.
Steve. Thank you, mate. Cheers now. Bye.
We still do 7 NUFC Matters show a week for free. But if you want to help support NUFC Matters, then there are a few ways of doing it. Hit the like button on each live broadcast and video. This helps the channel grow. Hit the subscribe button and select the all notifications bell so you don't miss a single show. If you want to help us financially, then you can join the channel using this button with the membership starting at $1.99 a month. Or you can drop us a donation in the chat using a super sticker. We're also looking for sponsors. If you'd like your brand advertised on the flyers for the show and featured during the ad break, then email John at nufcmatters.com to arrange today.